Hey there guys, it's and welcome back to a brand new video, and this is part number 11 of my fun 2015 Zero2Hero career mode, and we're here at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit, a track that I absolutely adore, and it is my favourite track on the calendar, so I definitely cannot wait to get straight into the action here. But hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. You know, I've actually been really enjoying recording it recently because I've got a couple of more upgrades now, and the race results are coming along nicely. I'm actually really enjoying the series at the moment, and the views and the likes are starting to get a certain consistency, which I'm happy about. There seems to be a very decent part of my audience that seem to enjoy this series now, so this is really good for me to see, and I'm really grateful for it. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the remainder of the season, because let's just say the remainder of the season gets really interesting. I'm not spoiling anything, but I do record a couple of races in advance, and you guys are definitely going to want to watch out for that. But nevertheless, here we are in practice for Spa, and because we won the last race in Hungary, we've applied our new upgrades. So as you saw for a moment there, we're running 2-1 aero on the front, so the rear aero is what we unlocked for this race, and then we also unlocked to make any upgrades. So I decided to use it on the front wing, so we've got fully customizable front and rear wings, and then as you saw there just briefly, we can now adjust the front camber. So I've completely maxed it out to the left, and the rest of the setup is going to be default. So that's what we're going to be running here this race. So 2-1 wing, and then the camber to the left completely to try and get as much speed out of the car as we can. And Spa's a track that I'm actually really enjoying this game. It's got a really nice road to it. The curbs are fairly flat, so there's nothing to upset the car, and generally my pace has been pretty good around here. So here we are in practice as per usual, and we're coming to the end of our first time lap here, and we're going to set only a couple of laps because I'd only just Sunday, I think it was Sunday or Saturday, I had done a league race, and it was at Spa, so I actually felt pretty comfortable coming into it, and there wasn't a lot of adjusting for me to do. So as you saw there, we set our first lap of the session, which put us P4, and then we came around for another lap here, and we're going to come across the line. It's going to put us in P2, so 2 time laps here this session, and that's going to be about it for me for practice, because I felt really confident with the car, and I did have to do a session restart because I had a problem with my wheel. So essentially I set about 5 or 6 laps, and I was feeling really confident. So now we're going to jump into the race and see how we get on for the Belgian Grand Prix. So here we are then, it's race day here at Spa, and as you can see, as per usual, we're starting from the back with both of the Manners and both of the McLarens in front of us, because obviously we all know they've got the slowest engine power. Sebastian Vettel, they qualifying in a very low 7th, with Marcus Ericsson up in 5th place, so bit of a mixed grid there, which should make it interesting for the race. But we've got Lewis Hamilton on pole, which is not good for us because he's our championship rival, but nevertheless, we're going to get up to 5 red lights for the Belgian Grand Prix, and we are underway here, and we're actually going to get a pretty okay start for a change. I've been practicing my starts a little bit, and even though we get a little bit of a tank slapper there, the initial launch was actually pretty good. I've learned to try and control the car in first gear. But here we go through turn 1, getting a little bit of a tap from, I think, Amana or Fernando Alonso. I'm not sure who it was, but we get a little bit of a tap, but managed to come away unscathed. And we're with the P17 already going down the hill now, and we're approaching the famous Eau Rouge corner here for the first lap of 22 times we're going to do it this race. And here we go for Eau Rouge, going onto the grass a little bit, not the cleanest of lines, I'll admit, but we've still got pretty good speed through there. And we're going to get right back at Nelson Button, who's a sitting duck with that McLaren Honda engine, and we're just going to fly past him like he's never been there. And now we're going to see if we can try out with Ricardo for a move up to the late coupe. No, we can't. We back out of it. We thought about the move just briefly there for a moment, but we decided to back out of it, be sensible, and try and overtake him elsewhere. And then we get a really good switchback out of Malmedy. As you can see, we're now going alongside Sainz as well, and also maybe Nico Hulkenberg up the inside of turn number 8 Rivage, and that is a triple overtake for us. But Hulkenberg is still staying on our outside here, which is then going to become the inside for turn 9, and we're going to have to try and get a cutback on Hulkenberg, but he gets really good traction out of the corner there, and we can't get past him. So we're now going downhill into the Pouillon corner. We're going to go up the inside. No, we don't risk it, because obviously this could end really bad if we go for a move. But we're right in the switch from Hulkenberg. We're going to pull to the outside now as we come into the Fagnes chicane. We're going to try and hang it around the outside of the German, the 24 Le Mans winner here, which will then become the inside for the second part of the Fagnes chicane, and we make the move into P13. And so far so good so far this race. As you can see, we've gained 7 places on the first lap already, and we're now on the back of Roman Grosjean, who's right ahead of us. And We've got some ridiculous straight line speed here, guys. I was looking at speed traps in practice, and we are so much faster. As you can see, we're coming now on the back of Roman Grosjean. We're going to pull to the outside. Can we make a move around the outside of Blanchimont? Yes, we do. What an overtake on Roman Grosjean. They're clean around the outside, and we're now on the back of Felipe Nasr and the Red Bull of Danny Kvyat, I believe it is. As we come into the bus stop chicane, and Nasr actually outbrakes us, and we're going to try and get him up for a cutback. But Nasr gets really good traction out of the bus stop, and we get a little bit of a tank slap on the exit, as you saw there. And we're now on the back of Felipe Nasr now. So going to that number 2, can we try and make a move on Nasr, maybe Kvyat, as we go through a rouge, maybe onto the Camel Strip, because that's where the straight line speed is really going to come into play. And here we are on the exit for the source now, going downhill once again for the second time this race, trying to get out of the slipstream a little bit, try and keep the engine cool to maximise our straight line speed. As now we go through a rouge, as you can see, a lovely camera shot there, and we're right on the back of Felipe Nasr again in the slipstream. We're going to pull to the outside, and we're going to fly past him. Are we also going to pass Danny Kvyat? Yes, we do. We pull to the inside, and we breeze past him like he's not even there. And ridiculous straight line speed in this Williams so far this weekend, and that definitely paid dividends there, as you saw. And now on the end of that number 2, we're on the back of Max Verstappen, as you can see, but we're actually falling back, and this is because the engine was getting really hot, and I've got no straight line speed. As you see down the temperature graphic, my engine briefly there was red hot, but going through Blanchimont, the AI seemed to go a little bit slow. We managed to go right on the back of Verstappen once again. We go to the outside and switch to the inside for the bus stop chicane. As you can see, the brake discs are glowing red from how hard I'm braking, but we managed to make the move on Verstappen around the outside here. But Verstappen comes back at us, and we're going to side by side down the pitch straight, but he's got more straight line speed because, like I said, our engine is overheating, so Verstappen's going to come alongside us, but we're going to try and put our car up the inside, and Verstappen decides to yield and make the move there on Max Verstappen. So finally, good fight from Verstappen there. Because of our hot engine, we couldn't get past him in a straight line, but eventually made the move stick, and we're now with the P9. And now on lap number 3, as you see, we're on the back of Maldonado. We're going to double up the inside of turn 8 here up the inside. Textbook move, easy stuff. Maldonado doesn't even put up a fight, and we're now up in the P8 on the back of Marcus Ericsson, who, like I said earlier, had a pretty good qualifying in P5, and we're now right in the slipstream. We're going to go up the inside of Poo on here. We haven't got the straight line speed necessary, and we're going to back out of it and wait for a move elsewhere, because that is just too risky. And we definitely don't want to ruin our race here, because we really need to try and get some upgrades for the next race, which is at Monza, because we're going to need our car as fast as it can be in them straight lines. But meanwhile, we've passed Marcus Ericsson, as you saw there, up the inside of the Fanish chicane. We're up in the P7 now, so we really are making our way nicely through the pack here in this race so far. Now we're in the back of Sergio Perez, as you can see, and we're going through a rouge. Perez kicking up a shit ton of sparks, and we're now right in his slipstream as we go onto the Camel Strip. And we're going to pull to the outside, and we've got DRS as well. We're going to fly past him like he's not even there, and we're just going to make the move nice and easy for ourselves up in the P6 there on lap 4, and job done for us. As you can see, at the end of lap 6, we've got Massa and another car, I believe it's Kimi Räikkönen, in the pit lane. So we're going to gain a couple of places for the time being. We're going to try and go for an overcut here, and there's another car in the pitch. I think it's Lewis Hamilton maybe, I'm not sure, but definitely Mercedes in the pits there. And yeah, indeed Lewis Hamilton was in the pit lane there. So we're now going to actually go up into P3 for the time being, but then exactly one lap later we're coming into the pit lane, and we've got Sebastian Vettel right in front of us. So it's going to be somewhat of a pit stop battle here, because Vettel obviously still has a pretty healthy lead to us in front, but we should be able to gain a little bit of time with that pit entry, maybe on the cold tyres once we exit the pits, as we come into our pit box here with the mechanics getting to work. And we're going to go another set of option tyres, and then we're going to come in one more time after this for a set of primes and go to the end. So a 2.5 stop there from the boys, not too bad. And as you look at the minute up there, Massa's actually coming into turn 1 now, so we might potentially overtake Massa here. As you can see, he's going through turn 1, and we're just coming out of the pit lane now. And Massa, there you go, Sevilla, and Massa's right behind him there. But it looks like we've got the position of Massa here. We managed to make an overcut work on our teammate, which is crucial for us. And we're now on the back of Danny Kvyat as we go through a rouge, as you can see, and we're getting in so much on him here on the fresh tyres, and we're just going to fly past him like he's not even there due to the straight line speed that we've got, and it is a job done for us. And wow, the straight line speed really is paying dividends for us this race, as you can clearly see once again. And we're so fast in a straight line, I don't even know what to say, but we're running 2-1 error, which is really low, but I don't even know what to say. Now we're on the back of Vettel, as you can see, we've got the straight line speed on him, and we're just going to breeze past like he's not even there. And once again, the straight line speed is just mesmerising here in this Williams, and I can't believe it. This car is just so fast in a straight line, and hopefully the car performs like this at Monza, because if that's the case, we should be mighty fast around the Italian track. But now, as you can see, Kimi Räikkönen actually pulled into the pit lane there, so we've gained a place for the time being, and we're going to try and go for an undercut on the Iceman here, because that worked last time really good for us. So hopefully we can try and make it work once again. And as you can see now, on lap number 15, we're going to come in for our pit stop here, and we're on the back of Fernando Alonso, or on start lap number 15 should I say, and we're coming into our pit box now, and hopefully we can have another good stop like last time, maybe even not a little bit faster, trying to gain us a couple more attempts. But here we go into our pit box here, and it should be bog standard stuff on the boys. 2.4, we get held up a little bit from Vettel there, so not brilliant for us. As you can see, the gap to Alonso compared to before the pit stop was a little bit bigger, so we've lost a little bit of time, and Raikkonen's currently going through turn 1 right now, so we've lost a little bit of time to Kimi Raikkonen. As you can see, it's right in front of us. There he goes. And we're back down to P4 for the time being, so we're going to have to try and overtake Kimi Raikkonen on track on this final stint on these prime tyres. But at the moment, as you can see, we've got a yellow flag up ahead, so something's gone wrong. If you look at the mini-map, there's a little bunch of cars there, so something's happened up in front. And we're going to have to wait and see what happened, but we're right on the back of Kimi Raikkonen now, as you can see. And we've got a car going to pit lane. That's Sergio Perez there, so something must have happened to him. There's a car in front of Raikkonen. I think that might be a Mercedes, so there might have been some kind of contact between the Mercedes and Perez. I don't know what Mercedes it is. We're going to have to wait and see as we go into turn 1. And that Mercedes is Rosberg, and he locks up and takes out Kimi Raikkonen. We're going to go through the middle here and overtake both of them. So Rosberg has some kind of contact, and I think he had no front wing. So Rosberg must have had contact with Sergio Perez, and we're going to look at a replay here, and here's Rosberg right on the back of Lewis Hamilton, and all of a sudden Lewis Hamilton pulls to the inside, and Rosberg goes clean into the back of Sergio Perez there, and nothing Rosberg could do really. I don't think he saw Perez because he was so close on the back of Lewis Hamilton there, so that came out of nowhere for Nico Rosberg. And now lap 21, as you can see, we're on the back of Lewis Hamilton, who's had a bit of a tangle there with Ricciardo, and we're going to actually get past Lewis Hamilton. As you can see, we're going to try and pull to the inside, but because of the yellow flags, we couldn't pass him. But Sainz has turned into Lewis Hamilton, and he's crashed him out of the race, and oh my goodness, what has happened? We've just managed to pass Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton had some kind of tangle with Ricciardo, and then we couldn't pass him because of the yellow flags, but then Sainz just completely swapped him out, and Hamilton got airborne, and we managed to pass around the outside, and somehow we're into the lead of the race. And here we go then through the bus stop chicane, and it looks like somehow we're going to win the Belgian Grand Prix for another 3 upgrades, and what a race victory this is going to be for us. And I'm going to Italy in Monza. This should be a brilliant momentum booster, and with 3 new upgrades, this should definitely help us out, and hopefully we can try and keep reducing the gap to Lewis Hamilton in the championship. But oh my goodness. So there we have it, guys, official confirmation as we take home the race win here in Spa, and what a race victory that was. As you see, Sebastian Vettel finished in 2nd place, so he also took Lewis Hamilton, which is good for us in the championship, and Lewis Hamilton finished just 3 tenths ahead of Kimi Raikkonen, so Raikkonen could have potentially overtaken Lewis Hamilton as well, and Nico Rosberg down in P5 after that front wing loss, so disappointing race from Mercedes, and Massa unfortunately couldn't capitalise on the loss of positions from the Mercedes because he wasn't fast enough. But looking at Drivers' Championship, we've reduced the gap to 25 points to Lewis Hamilton now, which is crucial for us. And Sebastian Vettel has also overtaken Nico Rosberg because Rosberg's having them poor results, and Vettel's really been on it at the moment. So he's passed Nico Rosberg, and we're really reducing the gap to Hamilton, like I said, which is really good for the championship. And hopefully we can try and keep this up because we've got another 3 upgrades, like I said, coming our way after this race for Monza. So this should be really good for us. As you can see in the constructors, we've reduced the gap to 6 points now to Ferrari, which is also good for us, and overall things are looking up once again. And definitely the constructors isn't over just yet. It's not completely out of sight because Mercedes really are struggling at the moment, and the gap between the top 3 is 74 points, so anything can happen still with pretty much 10 races to go, 9 races. But now looking at the rules, and because we got the race win, like I said, we get 3 spins of the wheel, so we get the very top one, as you can see there, and this means we're going to get 3 upgrades. So we're going to spin the wheel, and we're going to see what 3 upgrades we can get for the next race in Monza, and here's hoping that they're pretty good. And here we are then spinning the wheel for the first time here, and the first upgrade is going to be front suspension by the look of it, so that is a pretty good upgrade. That will come in very nicely for us, and that will help for Monza, so that's definitely a very good upgrade for us here. Now we're going to spin the wheel for the second time, and let's hope it's something good as well. And we're going to get rear camber just about, looks like it, yeah, rear camber, so we get the rear camber, which is also good for us. And so far so good. The upgrades have actually been pretty good for us so far. We haven't got any rubbish ones like the ballast or the tyre pressures or the differentials. And now the final upgrade is going to be rear suspension, so 3 very good upgrades there for us for the Italian Grand Prix, so that's going to come in very good for us, and that's definitely going to help us massively. But nevertheless, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please do smash the like button down below, and if you're new around here, then please do hit the subscribe button, and if you want to follow my Twitter, there's a link down below in the description, guys. But that's about it from me, and I'll see you guys next time for the Italian Grand Prix. So from me, goodbye.